I'm here to update you on the new Florida dangerous excessive speeding law because some of you have reached out. John, how do they prove this? Because back in the day, like a couple weeks ago, speeding was a citation. They wrote you a ticket, you got a big fat fine, you went and paid the fine, you maybe took a class, you maybe went to court with a hearing officer. The proof in a traffic court, pretty simple, guys. It's what we call preponderance of the evidence, which is just that classic, hey, can I tip the scale one way or the other way, and then you win or you lose your speeding ticket. Just a little tip. This is now criminal, folks. If you're going 50 miles an hour over the speed limit, you're going 85 in a 35, you have handcuffs and you're going to jail, and you can get up to a month in jail on that. Or if you're going 100 miles an hour or more, handcuffs and you're going to jail. So this is a whole new thing. And that brings a whole new level of proof, folks, because the old way of proving speeding, just tip the scales to a hearing officer and the officers got you. Not anymore. They have to prove this case beyond every reasonable doubt. That is one of the highest standards on planet Earth, folks. I'm going to tell you how they're going to do it. There's several ways that they can do it. The most common way is going to be with their radar gun, their little stalker unit or whatever they're using on that day. And they're going to body cam the readout on that gun. That does not mean instantaneously that you are guilty of the crime of going 101 miles an hour or going 50 over, because the gun has to be calibrated and it has to be working in good working order. So usually I find that these folks have good calibrated guns. They have a whole maintenance routine, but not always. And we're here to make sure that they do their job to upkeep these guns. And if they don't, their little radar guns will not be able to prove the criminal case. But they've got other ways to prove a criminal case on speeding. For example, they can pace you. A lot of times they don't have their gun out and they will pace you. Now what that means is they're just going to follow you and get a feel for how fast you're going by following you. Again, they can't get away with pacing you unless their speedometer has been properly and recently tested and calibrated. We get back to the same situation we have with the radar guns. Also, they have helicopters, they have planes, folks. And do you know how long they have to be in the air looking down to find somebody going 100 miles an hour? Like 2 seconds, and they instantly can find somebody doing this. The way they do that from the air is pretty simple. They've drawn lines on the road, and some of you sneaky people slow down when you hit one of the lines. You know, I get that. When you hit one line, they clock it. When you hit the other line, they clock it, and they know instantly based on how long it took you to go line to line, how fast you're going. They call the radio down, and that trooper or whoever goes and picks you up. Bam, you're going to jail if you were going over 100. So they've got lots of ways to prove this new law, but it's going to be tough for them. It's a lot tougher. This is not traffic court anymore. Traffic court is easy for the cops. Criminal court is a little tougher. So that's my update. I hope that none of you are doing this sort of thing. If you get caught doing this sort of thing in Central Florida, this is my neck of the woods. Feel free to give me a call. You know my number. It's somewhere on the screen. Otherwise, I do thank you for watching. Be safe out there. Take care.